Hello, everyone. Welcome to Marketing Monday. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right, Kim?
Right. I have a feeling next Monday might be harder after a 3-day holiday weekend.
Oh, no. Yes, it will definitely be harder.
Yes.
So anyway, we are excited about this topic today because it's really something I teach. It's something Kim had a personal experience with, and we want to talk about it in your marketing. It's not about you, which I said to Kim is a little bit of a confusing topic. So we hope to clarify this for you because we're always telling you to post about yourself, right? So
Right.
tell us what we should be doing,
Right.
Kim.
Okay. Well, it's interesting because when we do market, we really need to think about our client and our customer and who we're trying to attract. So we're not saying we shouldn't post about ourselves because that develops that relationship and that connection, which over the weekend is interesting. I was preparing to have my grandchildren. They are 3 and 5 at my home for 5 days. And my husband's working full-time on call. So that means I'm trying to juggle my job, my full-time clinic, and these 2 kids. So what do I do? Well, I'm also going for Grandparent of the Year award. And so I really pay attention to what the kids like. And my granddaughter, we're building a fairy garden. And she wanted some tough fairies. And so because our other fairies had broke their legs. So we wanted tough fairies. So I got on Amazon, ordered the fairies, had a little kit, all this stuff. You should have seen her face yesterday when she came. It was just precious. It was like, oh, grandma, and just loved it. And she sat for hours playing with the fairy stuff. Well, her brother's 3 and he is 100%. No, he's 200% boy. He's go. So we got him a little kid swimming pool, and I've been saving all my plastic containers that cottage cheese and all that comes in so he could play in the pool. He thrilled for hours.
Oh,
And I was
nice.
sitting thinking about this is that sometimes we struggle with how to connect with our clients or our potential fans or our potential people we're trying to reach. But when we know who they are, we've identified, like you're always talking about identifying their niche, like what are they doing? Where are they showing up at? What movies are they watching? What podcasts are they listening to? Magazines. Then you know who they are. Like I was able to know my grandchildren. And then it made selling myself as a grandma of the year much easier because I had tuned in and knew what they wanted. I could meet and surprise and delight them.
You know what? That's a great analogy.
Right. And so when we do that with our clients, how much easier is our job to not make it about us, it's about them, but yet we can showcase who we are and that we care and that we're listening to them and we're hearing them. And so when they are ready to hire an interior designer, hire a coach, hire a social media person, they already are connected with us because, one, they've seen us. They know that I love coffee and I love fresh flowers. And if they do, we've got that connection. Plus, if I can tune in and we got a little person visiting us. When we can tune in and speak their language, then we can surprise and delight them because we're giving them what they want. So whether it's education, inspiration, engagement, encouragement, whatever we want, we're able to connect when we know who they are, what they like, and really hone in on that.
Yes, and their journey as well, right? So I did this masterclass now, I think 2 weeks ago, on basically how to identify your ideal client, how to get in their journey, how to get in their space. Like you said, what magazines are they reading? On their way to wanting to hire you possibly or needing you, what are they talking about? What is their life like? So knowing their age, their interests, whether they have grandchildren or not. When we say it's not about you, that doesn't mean don't post about yourself.
Right.
But you're going to post more about yourself that by thinking also what is your ideal client going to be interested in, right? I'd say my job's a little easier as a coach because people are just interested in general about, what I'm doing and what my life is like. But at the same time, when I hit on certain things in my presentations on stage or on the lives, people message me and go, oh my God, like I, have a son. I think I've said this before, who had open heart surgery when he was younger, because my youngest had open heart surgery. Like people relate to different things about you, but knowing what your client is going to be interested in on their way to meeting you
Right.
and connecting with them is so important.
Right. Right. And especially like when, a lot of people like, I don't know what to post on social media, or how many times should I be posting? Well, if you're posting content that connects with your people, you could post just 3 times a week. It's the consistency that matters, but really that connecting and that messaging. And they do business with people. Like you do business with other people and you want to know what they are, but you want to speak the language. And like by getting her tough fairies, it was something that was, I listened to what her need was, and I was able to surprise her by talking and giving that to her.
What you said just now is the key. Listening. When you're working with clients, and Roxanne, I know this is a confusing topic, so I'm glad you brought it up. It's always been confusing to you, because everyone thinks, well, I can help everyone. And yeah, I'm sure you can. However, when you get really honed down to the needs and the voice and the journey of the person you love to work with, then you end up attracting them even better and more consistently.
Right. And that doesn't mean you won't attract other people that maybe aren't your ideal client. But by speaking to one, it reaches out much, much more than just speaking to all.
Yeah, because it connects and it makes you look like you actually know what you're talking about, because you do. But when you're speaking just to one person or one demographic or one ideal client, you know me, I'm always like, just speak to one person. So if you can think of a client you have dealt with in the past and they asked you certain types of questions or had certain pain points or certain needs, do a Facebook Live or a blog or an email or a post just about that one client, right?
Right. And to help maybe clarify and understand a little bit easier is that I have a granddaughter and a grandson, and I wanted to please both of them to make my life easier. And so I spoke to her language and I spoke to him, but I didn't send the same message
to each both of them.
They each got their own message. And
that's perfect clarity. So you can do, like, let's equate this to social media. You would do one post that speaks directly to the woman, and then you could do a different post that speaks directly to a man who might also be your ideal client, but don't mix up the two and try to please everyone all in one messaging.
Right. Because like my ideal client is, you're one of my ideal clients, you're a coach. And then another ideal client of mine would be like somebody that's a doctor that's in functional medicine. 2 different fields, but I would need to speak a little bit different to each one of you. And I've actually started experimenting in my language of saying, hey, coaches, this. And then I'll say, hey, are you into alternative health? This. And it's interesting to see the responses and the demographic, the numbers from when I'm doing the testing. So people shouldn't be afraid to just test it a little bit either on social media. You can always delete it.
People are afraid, right? People are so afraid to test, but you need to test.
And as far as Roxanne and identifying that ideal client, sometimes it's just like you have shown me, keep pushing through till you get that. Like, it's really big at first, but then we just it's like sandpaper, just keep roughing it down and roughing it down and roughing it down, and it evolves.
Yes, because if anyone out there in the coaching world is telling you this is the perfect formula and it will work for 100% of the people, that's BS. You have to experiment. You have to experiment with your own personality, with how you come across in certain written versus video, right? You're going to connect differently to your audience, and in your messaging, what is connecting. But it's either you're going to connect with them on a pain point, or you're going to connect with them on the vision of what they want in the end.
Right.
And every piece of the journey in between. Listen, marketing is a monster. We talk so much about marketing, primarily actually after pricing and systems actually before systems even, we talk about marketing, because you don't need any systems if you don't have any clients, right?
Correct.
And I would say creating systems is super, super important so that when you get the client, everything is smooth. But without marketing and understanding how to then sell your ladder of services, systems will just sit in a, in a pile
Right.
without anyone to put anyone through your systems. So anyway, I totally see your point with you spoke your granddaughter's language and then you spoke your grandson's language and you made them both happy. So it's not about you when you're relaying a marketing message.
Right.
Just like it wasn't about you to please your grandchildren. It was about them.
Right. And knowing them and knowing what they liked helped please them. And when we know what our clients or the questions that our ideal client is usually asking, that helps us be able to serve them better.
In everything, from your free opt-in, a giveaway, to your posts, to your lives, to webinars, to when you're in their house possibly or on a session with them, depending on what you do.
Right.
It all matters that you are supporting your client and giving them what they want and need. So know your ideal client.
Right.
It's not about you. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love the whole topic. I could talk marketing 24/7.
Oh my goodness. When I had this revelation last night about the kids and how I want to take that into my own business, I've been literally up since like 2:30 without any caffeine. I'm just so excited and pumped. Like, how can I bring this message in and how can we share this more? Because sometimes we get stuck on like marketing is selling. It is, but really, if we take it back, it's a little bit, it's really about sharing what we have to give to the world through our services. And
correct.
Why wouldn't I want someone to work with me so that I can help market them better?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, marketing and sales is definitely very different to me. Marketing is consistently putting out there about you, about what you do, and showing that you're an expert. And selling is possibly a different type of post, and also what you do once you get them into your circle of influence, right? The funnel, right? Once you get them into the funnel. So anyway, okay. Like I said, I could go 24 hours. We should probably have oh my God, I should do this. A 24-hour marketing marathon where I just keep rotating guests. Oh, see, that's a good idea,
that
right?
Would be a great idea.
Oh my God, I got to write that down. My business managers are going to kill me. I'll be like, I try to stop my ideas from flowing, but I think that's a cool idea, right?
Right. Right.
All right. Maybe I couldn't do 24 hours, but you never know.
Well, you could do 21 and 2021, right? When it turns the year, you could do 21 hours to celebrate the 2021.
Okay, nobody steal this idea. The other coaches will have to broadcast. No stealing this idea. All right, everyone. Go have a great Monday, Marketing Monday. Think today, what am I going to do this week with my marketing? And if you're struggling with getting your ideal client into your funnel, into your circle of influence, into your world, think, what can I do differently today? And try something new this week.
Right.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks, Kim. If you need Kim, you can find her in my group, the Interior Design Business Forum, and my new group, the Coaching Hotspot, which is for online coaches and consultants looking to grow their businesses. So just tag Kim and she'll answer your questions. And she does a really unbelievable social media audit that she does for my clients. So if you want her direct, please reach out. Okay.
Thanks, Nancy.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.